The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. Prime Minister Davis defending the smuggling of migrants bill, saying the bill creates no new rights for those entering waters illegally, our waters. Abaco hit with load shedding after an engine part fails. And new repairs eyed for PMH. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Thursday, December 11th, 2025. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Chester Robards will be here, filling in for Laverne Gardner, who's going to be with us tomorrow. Also this morning, the Christmas Beat Retreat is this Sunday in Rawson Square. We're getting a preview, a very special, exclusive preview of what you can expect this morning. That's all ahead. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, amid public furor over the smuggling of migrants bill, which was passed in the House Assembly this week, Prime Minister Philip Davis defending the bill, saying it creates no new rights for those who illegally enter Bahamian waters. The Prime Minister, in an opinion piece published in the Nassau Guardian today, saying, quote, migrants who enter our waters because they pay smugglers are in violation of our immigration laws and will be repatriated, as more than 13,000 people have been repatriated in our term already. Nothing in the bill limits our power to arrest, detain, charge, or deport persons under the Immigration Act. Offering humane treatment and emergency medical care at the time these boats are intercepted is already the practice of our country and does not create any new rights, let alone the right to stay. The Prime Minister also saying, as for non-refoulement and existing obligations that might change where we return people to in their country, we might choose a rural port rather than a capital city. But it hasn't stopped repatriation efforts yet, and it won't going forward. You can read more on that, and we will get to it as well later in the broadcast. Some Abaco residents were without power for hours yesterday due to the failure of the Wilson City Power Station's main electrical compressor. Failure led BPL to implement load shedding on the island. With the solution still not in place, BPL Northern Family Island Regional Manager Marvin Green said the power has been redirected from the Cooperstown Power Station, which normally serves North Abaco, to provide rotational relief for Central and South Abaco customers. Green said the compressor first malfunctioned on December 1st, 3 days after routine maintenance had begun on a generation unit at the station. He said initially Power generation was unaffected because the station's backup diesel compressors supplied the required airflow, but that diesel compressor failed on Tuesday. BPL CEO Tony Seymour says a replacement compressor was ordered and originally slated to arrive on December 8th, but shipping delays have led to a new estimated arrival date of January 10th. She said that delays like this cannot be predicted, but the critical importance of the component is understood, and she says BPL will continue to explore every available option to restore power to Abaco consumers as quickly as possible. Officials at the Princess Margaret Hospital are eyeing further renovations and repairs to the facility in the new year. That's according to Public Hospitals Authority Managing Director Dr. Abinet Roll. Roll says that the long-awaited reopening and transition of patients to the new Accident and Emergency Department will conclude next week. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Michael Darville announced last week that the construction on the new A&E facility was finally done and that critical spaces of A&E were being moved into the new area. On the sidelines of the Governor General's annual visit to PMH, Roll telling reporters that the pediatric wing will open next Thursday, finalizing the department's long-awaited completion. Renovations on PMH's A&E department began in 2019 under the Minnis administration. Following the Progressive Liberal Party's victory in the 2021 general election, Health Minister Darville announced that several dates for the completion of the department. During the mid-year budget debate in March, Darville said renovations were 80% complete and will be finished by May, but that deadline came and went. A Supreme Court jury convicting a father of manslaughter by negligence in the death of his 2-year-old son by a vote of 8-1. Following the jury's verdict, Justice Neil Brathwaite remanded DeMargio Thurston into custody to await sentencing. The penalty phase of his trial is set for March 12th. On August 12, 2023, Thurston and his girlfriend, Sabrina Henry, left their Garden Hills home in a Suzuki Swift, along with their 2-year-old son, Jeremiah Thurston, and 3-month-old baby. The infant was in a car seat, but Jeremiah was not. He was also not restrained by a seatbelt. During the drive, several motorists flagged down Thurston. That's when he noticed that Jeremiah's neck was stuck in the rear window. His father let down the window and administered CPR while Henry drove to the hospital. Henry, who was serving a 1-year sentence as part of a plea deal, took the blame for the son's death. She said that she should have been seated in the back watching the children. And a Supreme Court judge sentencing a 65-year-old deacon to 12 years in prison for attempted incest. In passing sentence, Justice Renee McKay said the man's sexual interest in an 11-year-old girl was disturbing. McKay said that sexual crimes against children were too prevalent in the community and that he had breached a position of trust. The convict's name has been withheld to conceal the identity of the victim, who's now 17. The conviction stemmed from 2 incidents that took place at the family's New Providence home in September 2019. The victim and her mother had moved back home after experiencing financial hardship. The convict, who has been married for 40 years, told a probation officer that he must have been tipsy if he tried to molest his granddaughter. He said that he had, quote, screwed up really bad. The man had the support of his church, who believed that he deserved a second chance. The convict's lawyer called for a sentence of 4 years in prison, while Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions Terry Archer argued that a sentence of 30 years was appropriate. Again, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Overseas, U.S. President Donald Trump saying that the United States has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela as tensions mount with the government of President Nicolas Maduro. Using U.S. forces to take control of a merchant ship is incredibly unusual and marks the Trump administration's latest push to increase pressure on Maduro, who has been charged with narco-terrorism in the United States. The U.S. has built up the largest military presence in the region in decades and launched a series of deadly strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean Sea and Eastern Pacific Ocean. The campaign is facing growing scrutiny in Congress. Trump telling reporters at the White House yesterday, quote, "We've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large tanker, very large, largest one ever seized, actually. It was seized for very good reason." Trump did not offer additional details. When asked what would happen to the oil aboard the tanker, Trump said, quote, "Well, we keep it, I guess." The seizure was led by the U.S. Coast Guard and supported by the Navy, according to a U.S. official who was not authorized to comment publicly on and spoke on condition of anonymity. The official added that it was conducted under U.S. law enforcement authority. And Thai officials today announcing 4 civilian deaths as heavy combat fighting flared along the country's border with Cambodia, marking the country's first civilian fatalities since fighting resumed this month. The latest large-scale fighting was set off by a skirmish Sunday that wounded 2 Thai soldiers and derailed a ceasefire pushed by U.S. President Donald Trump that ended 5 days of combat in July over long-standing territorial disputes. About 24 people have been reported killed in the latest fighting, while hundreds of thousands have been displaced on both sides of the border. A Thai army statement said Cambodia launched an attack on Wednesday night with artillery and mortars against Thai positions, to which it replied with the same kinds of heavy weapons causing damage, including the destruction of enemy trucks. That's what the Thai statement said. Cambodia's defense ministry accusing Thailand of violating international laws by the use of, quote, all kinds of heavy weapons and the deployment of large number of troops to encroach the Cambodian territory. The combat has drawn international concern, including from Pope Leo, who told an audience at the Vatican Wednesday that he was deeply saddened by the news of the renewed conflict. In sports, the Don't Blink Home Run Derby series of events kicking off here in the Bahamas as youth baseball and softball. The youth baseball and softball camp was staged at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium Wednesday. The one-day experience catering to about 400 boys and girls aged 5 to 18, with a number of former and current professional players imparting a variety of softball and baseball fundamentals. The Kids Clinic, just one of many activities to be held leading up to the main event, the Don't Blink Home Run Derby, dubbed the greatest show on sand. Co-founder of the Derby, Todd Isaacs Jr., speaking about how it feels to begin the event with player development at the grassroots level. Isaacs and fellow Don't Blink co-founder Lucius Fox have spent the last 8 years expanding and working on innovative ways to keep the event inclusive and fun for coaches, participants, and fans alike. You can read more about all of it in today's Guardian Sports section. And Bahamian sailors Eliza Denning and Norman Cartwright Jr. are set to represent the country at the Youth Sailing World Championships, both making a second consecutive appearance at the global event. Running from December 12th through 20th in Portugal, the sailors will be accompanied by Coach Niels Broekhuizen. He outlined his expectations for Team Bahamas ahead of the Youth Sailing Worlds. You can read about that in today's Guardian Sports section as well. And from Major League Baseball, the Baltimore Orioles agreeing to a $155 million 5-year contract with slugger Pete Alonso. That's according to a person with knowledge of the agreement. Speaking to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity, it's a major move for a Baltimore team that vowed to be aggressive following a last-place finish in the American League East. Alonso, with the New York Mets, making a name for himself. A first baseman who turned 31 on Sunday hit a franchise record 264 homers over 7 seasons. He's earned All-Star honors 5 times, including each of the past 4 years. Nicknamed the Polar Bear, Alonso became a Citi Field fan favorite as a homegrown member of the Mets. He was the National League Rookie of the Year in 2019. Alonso, after a slow free agent market last winter, signed a $54 million 2-year contract to stay with the Mets, but he opted out of the final year of the deal, forfeiting $24 million. Again, the new deal with the Orioles, a $155 million 5-year contract. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. First look at weather brought to you by Star General. We've got lingering troughing straddling the northwest and central Bahamas today, associated with a dissipating frontal boundary that's going to shift southeastwards as high pressure ridging builds across most of the area. The troughing will produce some showers and isolated thunderstorms early today across the northwest and central Bahamas before stalling across the southeast Bahamas. There is a moderate risk of rip currents, mainly along Atlantic-exposed shorelines. Beachgoers and swimmers should remain cautious. For today, for the extreme northern islands, look for partly sunny to sunny conditions, becoming fair tonight. A 10 to 20% chance of showers this morning, decreasing to less than 10% by this afternoon. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, we're looking at partly to variably cloudy conditions this morning, becoming partly sunny to sunny by this afternoon, and fair tonight. A 20 to 40% chance of showers or isolated thunderstorms this morning, decreasing to 10 to 20% chance by this afternoon. And for the central and southeast Bahamas, the central islands seeing a mix of sun and clouds today, becoming mostly fair tonight, partly sunny today, and mostly fair tonight for the southeastern islands. Only about a 10 to 20% chance of showers or isolated thunderstorms. Winds for the northern half of the country, northwest to north at 10 to 15 knots. For the central and southeastern islands, southwest to west at less than 10 knots, becoming northwest to north at 10 knots or less by this evening, with some higher gusts for the central islands. And southeasterly, less than 10 knots, becoming northeasterly at 10 knots or less by this evening for the southeastern islands. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs in the mid-80s for most areas, about 84, 85 Fahrenheit, 29, 30 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to the low 70s for the northern half of the country, about 21 Celsius, and the mid-70s for the central southeastern Bahamas, 24 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance Made Simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
You are listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or are tech troubles simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. all your printing needs. There ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Employers, are your NIB accounts up to date? NIB is here to help employers stay compliant. From December 9th to 11th, NIB headquarters on Blue Hill Road will have extended hours until 8 p.m. Our team is ready to assist. Settle your accounts. Ask about our installment agreements, interest waiver program, or online payment options. Whether you're updating accounts or setting up online payments, NIB makes compliance simple. Don't wait. Visit NIB headquarters December 9th to 11th and stay current. Stay compliant.
At RBC, your idea of getting more happens here with a no-fee loan. Share in up to $20,000 in cash prizes. Learn more at rbc.com/holiday loan.
Southwest Plaza has so many stores, I've been trying to find a sensible way to list them all. There's CBS Bahamas, the Ashai Institute, BENC Snack World, Bamboo Shack Bahamas, there, the Athlete's Foot, and BTC, Games and More, John Bullfine Threads, Alive, Bahari, Dairy Queen, 700 Wines and Spirits, Sandy's Clocks and Island Luck, Starbucks and Lowe's Pharmacy, plus Marco's Pizza and Lorraine. Southwest Plaza, what a wide array of stores. Southwest Plaza, stop by today and explore.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
This Christmas, while we're wrapping gifts, preparing the ham, and celebrating with the people we love, let's also give ourselves a gift that lasts. At CFAO, we believe the best presents aren't found under the tree, they're built over time. A stronger pension, wiser investments, real financial peace. So whether you're just starting out or planning your next chapter, CFAO is here to help. This Christmas, give your future a little love with the help of CFAO. Growing wealth for future generations.
Wake up, it's a new day.
What's on your wish list this year?
A family staycation.
A shopping spree.
Surprise me.
'Tis the season of surprises. You could win a tech bundle, family staycation, US $1,000 cashback, or US $500 Amazon voucher. Simply use your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card or Visa debit card for a minimum spend of US $100 or more. Learn more at www.cibccaribbean.com. Terms and conditions apply.
This holiday season, come to John's on Rosetta Street or Carmichael Road for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we've got you and the family covered. Shoes, bags, jewelry, clothes, and even home appliances. John's has everything you need for work, church, play, or the party in your life. John's has Skechers, Steve Madden, New Balance, Nautica, Hey Do It, Patrick Ewing, and other trusted brands. A John's gift card is the perfect gift. So come on into John's and start your holidays off on the right foot. Merry Christmas, Bahamas!
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Schedule your test drive of the truck that's built for the Bahamas by visiting easy242.com or call 461-0100.
It's an island love Christmas. Joy's in the air. The jackpots are rising. There's luck everywhere. No snow on the ground. Just sunshine and cheer. It's an island love Christmas. The best time of year.
Island Luck wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Lucky New Year.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, Visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Mom, the Christmas cookies are ready. Leave them right here under the tree for
Santa or for CIBC Caribbean?
'Tis the season for dreams to come true. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for insurance that fits your lifestyle and your budget? At Star General Insurance, we've got you covered. Whether it's motor insurance with flexible options for third-party liability and comprehensive coverage, or commercial insurance products that protect your business, we have choices you can afford. Own a home or renting? Our home insurance products have just what you need. And for the adventurers out there, we offer marine insurance too. Visit our website or social media pages for contact information and quotes. Star General, insurance made simple.
At Cleveland Clinic, you set your course, not cancer. So when your journey takes an unexpected turn, you seek out the experts who've conquered it before, and you forge new paths to help fight cancers. For every route to a cure, for every care in the world. See how we're innovating cancer care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Looking for the perfect Sunday outing? The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas is now open and free to all Bahamian citizens and residents. Spend the day admiring the evolution of Bahamian art. Soak in the natural beauty of our art park and take a little piece of culture home with you by browsing our gift shop. Whether you're an art lover or just curious, we've got something here for everyone. Bring your family, your partner, or your friends and let the art inspire you this Sunday and beyond. The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, our home for Bahamian art.
This New Year's Eve, Bahamar invites you to experience a night where luxury meets pure island energy. A night designed for those who want to welcome 2026 in unforgettable style. On Tuesday, December 31st, the party ignites on the shores of Cable Beach with dazzling entertainment, premium open bars, gourmet food experiences, and a midnight fireworks spectacular lighting up the sky. And headlining the celebration, one of the biggest names in global music, Grammy Award-winning superstar Sean Paul, live at Bahamar, bringing an explosive performance that will carry you into the new year with non-stop vibes. Indulge in the taste of Bahamar Culinary Showcase, dance under the stars, and immerse yourself in the ultimate New Year's experience, all at the Caribbean's leading luxury resort destination. Make this your most iconic New Year's Eve yet. Secure your tickets now at bahamar.com/events. Bahamar, life spectacular.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for your smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now, Chester Robards. Chester Robards.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Great to have you with us.
Glad to be here.
Got a lot to talk about this morning, a lot going on in the news, but also we've got a special treat for you. We've got a preview, a special exclusive preview of the Christmas Beat Retreat, which is this Sunday. And when we tell you there's a special preview, we mean that. You won't want to miss it this morning, folks. That's coming up. Okay, but right now it is time to talk about what's in the news. And in the news, a big headline, PM defends bill, and the Prime Minister writing an op-ed in the NASA Guardian today, and we are going to go through that definitely this morning. We're going to get to that in just a bit. It's quite a lot said, and there's a lot of reaction, a lot of protests yesterday. This story won't quit. But we're going to get into all of that. There are some other issues in the news I want to hit on really quickly. We talked about this briefly yesterday, the disclosures, the always head-scratching, bizarre, often ridiculous comments from the head of the commission. Is it the Public Disclosures Commission, whatever they call themselves, but whatever, committee, sure. It's just... Every year, the same thing. But the Tribune has an interesting story. Pintard, if the chairman of the committee, does not make the disclosures, he says he will. F&M leader Michael Pintard has warned he will publicly release the list of officials who have filed their financial declarations if the chairman of the Public Disclosures Committee continues to withhold the information 9 months after the legal deadline passed. His comments following the Tribune's inquiry into the to the committee's chairman, Bishop Victor Cooper, who...
Bishop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Regarding the status of filings, Bishop Cooper's indirect and unclear responses, as usual, I'm saying the as usual, left unresolved which MPs, senators, and senior public officials complied with the March 1st requirement. So Pintard telling reporters outside the House yesterday he should release the information, and if he doesn't, well, just go ahead and release that information to you. We'll just go ahead and release that information to you. There are some members of Parliament and members of the Senate who released consistent with the timeline. There are others who release, I guess, they had explanations after. There's at least one member who didn't release at all. That's Pintard saying it now. Pintard said there's no reason the chairman should not publish the list, adding that transparency is his responsibility under the law. The deadline was March 1st, though some officials reportedly sought extensions. The system has long faced criticism over late submissions and, in many people's view, a chronic lack of openness about compliance. All right, so we'll see if that threat means anything to the committee, whether they will do something, but... don't hold your breath, so we'll see what the F&M leader does.
Isn't there a member of Parliament or something in the Caribbean who just went before court for not disclosing?
Probably. It happens all over the world. It happens all the time.
Maybe it wasn't the Caribbean, it was somewhere else, but they were upholding their laws, whoever that country was, whatever that country was.
As many places do.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah. It's shocking. But true. Yeah. But anyway, we'll keep you posted, folks. We'll keep you posted on that. All right, so this is a very sad story. We told you about this a couple years ago when it happened, and this is, I guess, the final leg of this very sad journey here. So, dad convicted in son's death. Remember the story? RRT's Dave is writing about it today. A Supreme Court jury on Wednesday convicted a father of manslaughter by negligence in the death of his 2-year-old son by a vote of 8-1. Following the jury's verdict, Justice Neil Brathwaite remanded DeMargio Thurston into custody to await sentencing. The penalty phase of his trial is set for March 12th. That's a long time. So back in August 2023, August 12th, 2023, Thurston and his girlfriend, Sabrina Henry, left their Garden Hills home in a Suzuki Swift, along with their 2-year-old son, Jeremiah Thurston, and 3-month-old baby. The infant was in a car seat, but Jeremiah, the 2-year-old, was not. He was not restrained by a seatbelt either. During the drive, several motorists flagged down Thurston. That's when he noticed that Jeremiah's neck was stuck in the window. His father let down the window and administered CPR while Henry drove to the hospital. Henry, who was now serving a 1-year sentence as part of a plea deal, took the blame for the son's death. She said that she should have been seated in the back seat watching the children. Keith Seymour represented Thurston. Janelle Bain, Callan Kelly, and Timothy Bailey were the prosecutors. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot she got... I remember now, now that you mention it.
It's a real tragedy. Very, very sad.
It is.
Very sad. But what do you think, folks? Do you agree with how this is playing out? This is
It's
definitely
sad.
an accident, definitely
It's
not
sad,
intentional.
But it's necessary? Yeah, necessary is the word. Far too many people on this island that I see in vehicles with small children. And in case you didn't know, children should be in car seats or booster seats up to like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah. And even depending on their weight.
Yeah, on their weight too, right?
Yeah. So even older, maybe.
And it's law. The car seat thing.
Yeah.
So.
But jail time, they have another child.
Well.
Yeah. Let's hear from you. Want to hear from you on this. What do you make of it? 323-6232. Remember the horrors of people saying they saw it. They were waving and trying to get the attention of the parents for quite a while.
Abject negligence. And so it should be punished.
And yet you still see the children standing in the front seat, basically hanging out in the windshield.
They're not listening to this show. And I do wonder, I always wonder this. Do police drive past these vehicles and see this stuff going on and like sometimes do they just ignore it? I mean, I see it all the time. So who else is seeing it? I wonder. And at these roadblocks, is that something that people get pulled over for?
I'm pretty sure they will.
I don't know. These are questions that I have. I don't know the answers to them.
Give us a call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Let's take this call, and we'll get to some of your text messages as well. Good morning, caller. What say you? What say you on this very sad story? Yep. Hi, caller. Good morning. You're live.
Dwight, good morning.
Good morning.
I am going to take the position that this is definitely one of those cases you and I have seen over the recent months, the court using its discretion and giving so many. I mean, there was a case where the American and the guns on the boat, and the court's discretion with the lawyers, the gentleman paid a fine and went home to the U.S. And many other cases that we even didn't agree made sense. I think this is one of a case where the court's discretion should have allowed the parents to basically maybe have a condition that allows both parents to get off and be at home to finish raise their other child. Particularly if they didn't have a history of crime or abuse. I think this was an accident. Granted that it occurred where there was a law that says the other child should have been constrained in the car. But I still think that the Bahamas doesn't win in this particular case. This is a family that would more than likely be never the same again for any number of reasons. And I don't think this is a case where they should have both gone to jail. This is one time I think the court should have ruled in a different direction.
Well, we don't know what they're going to do with the father, but his penalty phase is in March, but he's been convicted of manslaughter. Yeah.
Yeah, but they said that, he has to come back for penalty phase. But I really, Dwight, if you look at the many, many cases where the court has applied discretion that most of the public didn't agree with, I think this would have been one of those cases that rise to the level of giving these parents some kind of condition that allow them to remain at home and as a family try to raise their other child. We are not in the luxurious position of losing families for such conditions to the prison system. I think that family should have been allowed to remain at home after the trial and raise their children. they'll remain in childhood.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my view.
Thank you very much. Appreciated. Here is a texter. This person says here, we don't enforce anything in this country. Well, I don't know if that's true, but maybe not as much as we could or should. But anyway, they go on to say, and when you try and tell people to put their kids, to buckle up their kids and put them in child seats, they will curse at you.
Mm-hmm. Of course they will.
Wow.
Because they know better already.
Boy,
they know they shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Very rough stuff.
But I don't know. We understand the court system here and how very it seems to us unequal sentencing happens around here, and like the caller said, it's up to the judge's discretion, right?
Yeah.
The court's discretion. So I don't know. Who knows what will happen with the father? You might have used the mother to set an example, and she did take responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
The father had to watch the road.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what considerations they're going to take?
Sure.
He's partly to blame as well, but who knows?
Yeah.
And what kind of punishment do you get if it's not jail time here? You'd get house arrest and
probation, maybe
probation and community service,
perhaps.
It
could happen. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, folks, these cars and even old ones have the child locks and the window locks.
Yeah.
Use them. Use them if you have young
That's
children.
right. That's
even
right.
sometimes older people as well. I don't know, but use them. Use them. They work. There's another court matter. This one, we've been talking about this a bit as well, and this one coming to a head. Also, deacon jailed 12 years for attempted incest. Again, our Artesia Davis writing about it. So a Supreme Court judge on Tuesday sentenced a 65-year-old deacon to 12 years in prison for attempted incest. In passing sentence, Justice Renee McKay said the man's sexual interest in an 11-year-old girl was disturbing. McKay said that sexual crimes against children were too prevalent in the community and that he had breached a position of trust. His name has been withheld to conceal the identity of the victim, who is now 17. The conviction stemmed from two incidents that took place at the family's New Providence home in September 2019. The victim and her mother had moved back home after experiencing financial hardship. The now convict, who had been married for 40 years, told a probation officer that he must have been tipsy if he tried to molest his own granddaughter. He said that he had, quote, screwed up really bad. The man had the support of his church, though, who believed that he deserved a second chance. But he's been sentenced to 12 years for attempted incest. Let's get your reaction to that one really quick. Chester, you got an interesting look on your face.
It's just again, the sentencing by the courts just always seems to baffle me. When you look at other crimes, and I'm not saying this isn't a serious matter, and I don't even know what attempted incest is.
Well, he tried, but was thwarted.
I guess, okay.
Mm-hmm.
12 years? I mean, we've seen attempted murder charges get less time.
And rape.
And
actual
rape. Yeah,
rape.
actual rape, exactly. And other things, and then concurrent sentencing that add up to less. What? I don't get it. See, I just don't get it.
Let's hear from you. Again, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, toll free 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Caller, what say you?
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Chester. Lamar in there? I mean, Miss Gardner there?
Just Dwight and Chester.
Oh, just Dwight and Chester. Okay. All right. First I had thought you to say something about 30 years earlier when you was reading it. You say 12 years.
No, he was married for 40 years. He got 12 years.
He married for 40 years. Oh, I thought the sentence was 30 years.
12.
Earlier when you treated, but you said 12, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tipsy or for what?
What do you think?
Did they say, what I think?
I mean, what Coca-Cola doesn't get? I don't think so.
I wonder if it was, gee, no, I can't crack a spiritual joke or what he mean when he said tipsy. He's a deacon, you say. But,
what's wrong with a little drink here and there?
Oh, okay, so you might have been tipsy, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's sad. But with the other situation, right? With the baby was there, the cars was blowing the parents and telling them, someone saying that they should have let the parents stay home with the children and stuff like that. I feel the pain for the parents. I guess it could have happened to any of us. But questions need to be. The questions still like, what they was occupying the front seat. I mean, even with luggage bag, when you put them in the back seat, you make sure they fit properly. I say, what they was doing? I don't know, rowing, what? They was pretty occupying the front seat. And like I say, it could happen to anyone, and I feel they pain.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it could happen to anyone. Accidents could happen. Accidents could happen to anyone. But if you put the right things in
Even
place
with luggage
to
bags and bags
prevent,
and stuff, when you throw it in the box seat, you make sure they fix properly. Listen to me, though. I believe that we must set an example. We must send a message for the other rest of parents out there that we have a responsibility.
Right.
And they have laws and stuff with seat belts and putting the baby in the car seat and making sure all of these things set. What about the other parents out there who might be slack and so occupying the front seat and not do these things? And what message we send to them? I think we must send the right message and tell them, as parents, we have a responsibility. Like I say, I feel they pain, but look here, you have to send a message. If I was the judge, I don't know what I would have to do, but that's a whole life gone, man. We're responsible. What you be doing in the front seat? People got to blow you down and stuff. Even if you're round and stuff, man, come on. Even luggage bags we throw in the back seat. I feel they pain, but I think we need to send a message.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Another call on this before we get to your messages. Good morning. Call you on there.
Yeah, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Chester.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, Dwight, that one, even when it first happened was a sad situation for all of us, but young Jeremiah would have lost his life, but I don't think the parents' intent was to harm or to kill, but it begs, Dwight, for the need for us to take an aggressive approach in situations like this in terms of public pronouncements, maybe commercials, etc., to drive this through. Because I don't know what they do in developed countries, but Dwight, when we're traveling, we make sure all of our ducks are lined up, especially when we're renting cars with children in the U.S., Canada, what have you. We take steps to mitigate against situations like this. But even big countries who focus and who have all of the mechanisms in place, some parents, as you can see, still end up going afoul of the law by leaving kids in cars, etc. We hear about this story, but I don't know if custodial sentence was appropriate, but the judge, I don't know, they perhaps had a probationary report. I don't know what's going on, but it's a sad situation, and we hope. But you see, even since that incident would have happened, we haven't seen anything from road traffic with these billboards and pronouncements and warning persons. Because you see, from day to day, during our routine, you see kids still doing some of the similar situations that what young Jeremiah would have faced in the back of these vehicles. So we hope that other parents would learn from this, would learn from this and take the steps to protect these kids when they are commuting. Now, in respect to the pastor, Dwight, the one who claims that he was tipsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is tipsy. I don't know what that means, but...
Why are you all playing brand new? You know exactly what that means.
But I mean, in terms of, when I said, Dwight, he may have been an Anglican or he could have been a Catholic or something. Those particular religions, they don't have a problem with people getting tipsy, so I don't know which denomination he's from. But it's a crop-out excuse. And what is more aggravating, Dwight, in this? His members who are coming out in support of this nonsense. That's the scary part in all of this. But just like, but then you will always have, no matter what type, whether you're leading in the political arena, whether you're leading in the church, what have you, always going to have followers. This is similar to what I see in politics, where people follow people blindly, despite them running afoul of the law or getting caught up in nonsense. People still follow. So, but I hope that they should have given him, I was expecting him to get more time. the judge is lenient with that 12 years, and I hope that wherever he is, he will find time to get tipsy or what have you, or learn from basically what this embarrassing situation on the church, but it's just despicable.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, it was attempted incest. Attempted, thank God it didn't go further, but that's disturbing, I'm sure, for that poor child to know that her grandfather had some very unusual intentions with her. Let's hear from you. You can't get over that. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing well. Turn on your radio for us, please.
Okay. How's that? Good?
Seems to be better, yes.
Okay. As a mother, the worst thing, if a mother truly loves their children, is to know that their child is dead. Okay? We have a situation in this country where we have a lot of young mothers, young, inexperienced mothers who may or may not pay attention to what it is they ought to do. As a parent, sometimes I have to correct little younger women and say, man, you don't do this to your child like that. You don't, certain things, So for me, I feel that sentence, nothing is worse than her knowing that she was driving her car, wasn't paying attention to a child, and the child is dead. Nothing is worse than that punishment. Nothing. Okay? Now, should she be given time? I don't think so. I think they should probably do either house arrest or community service and parenting classes. Okay? Her and the father, because two of them were in the car, and none of them were paying attention to what's going on in the back for whatever reason. Okay? On the deacon, 12 years is not enough. I have a serious problem in this country with how we as a citizenry approach sexual abuse of these minors in either form. Whether it's attempted incest, attempted whatever, guess what? We need to set an example to these dirty men who are out there preying on these little children. And not only the little girls, they're preying on little boys as well. They're grooming them. Okay? And we seem to, and I don't know what's happening with the church, but I don't care how much forgiveness or whatever he needs. The point is, like you said, it's a breach of trust. And not only that, if that's your family member, you're expecting them to look out for you, not to be the ones to perpetrate abuse against you. So I agree with what you said in that you see some of these crimes and the crimes that are being committed, you see that some crimes, they just get the slap on the wrist. 3 years here, 2 years, or sometimes the case takes too long and then it gets thrown out because the time has passed for you to go ahead and prosecute these people, and these are people doing serious offenses. So I think our legal system needs a complete overhaul. And, Dr. Minnis said it best. We have a lot of laws on the books. We just don't enforce it.
Okay.
And so we need serious enforcement.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Again, with the case there with the child, the mom took a plea deal and was sentenced to 1 year.
Right.
We'll see what happens with the father, but he's been convicted of manslaughter. This texter, oh boy, gotta edit some of this. Hey Dwight, jail there.
Behind?
I don't know why they have to insert black in here.
No.
Black, blankety blank. I guarantee you they were deep in their phones or on social media and nothing else mattered. Well, we don't know, but it's very sad. This person says here, anything as it relates to traffic laws, there are rarely any traffic cops on the road. They are escorting funerals or cars off the dock. Okay. Yeah. It is the norm for children to be unrestrained in vehicles. Don't put it like that. But
the norm?
It's not the norm. But it happens frequently, extremely frequently in this country for people to just disregard all rules and laws of the road. Yes, we will not say it's the norm. As a healthcare provider, I often speak to people about the repercussions of such acts, but they cuss me out. Wow, that's sad. With regard to sentencing in these cases, I hope that this is the beginning of across the board changes in the court penalties for crimes in general, especially among the most vulnerable among us. Well, like we've been saying, we've been seeing a lot of back and forth. Sometimes it's, wow, that's a lot. And sometimes, did you not think this was important?
Yeah.
So it's very haphazard, it seems.
Yeah.
And this text says, I agree with the first caller to a certain degree. However, an example ought to be shown to the public for disobeying the laws. Punishment for negligence. Parents should and could be under house arrest and community service. Well, I mean, they're going to have to work to support the children or the child that's left.
Right,
but, okay. I've observed while driving a small child in the father's lap holding the steering wheel while he was driving. What should that father get? And this one here, my heart aches for the couple who lost their child. The mom took a plea deal and received 1 year in jail. She should be out by now. No, maybe not yet. But recently on East Street, drivers, including myself, had to blow a driver down as his daughter was hanging from the car window. Praise God, a speed cop overtook him and pulled him over. He was given a ticket and said he wasn't aware the child wasn't sitting down. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Boy, and this person says here, hey, this is a sad case of gender bias against men. The woman gets a soft plea deal. Soft? What are you saying? What are you saying?
We don't even know what the man's going to get.
We don't know,
yet.
right. Come on now. And she pleaded guilty. Right? Stop. Yep. We don't know what's going to happen. Get serious. Get serious. For the love of God, get serious about things. We'll be back. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Can't even speak.
Will be a very special Christmas for me. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheer and you. This Christmas, and as I look around, your eyes outshine the town they do.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Mommy, are you writing to Santa too?
You have Santa. I have CIBC Caribbean.
CIBC has sweetened the season so you can bring your holiday dreams to life and wrap a new home or land with incredible cashback deals. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Here's the Sure-winning art store moment from Shelley and Dee Dee.
We're the only full art store in the Bahamas. If we don't have it, we make a list, and trust me, our boss can get that. If you need that, he can get that. You can find sketchbooks, acrylics, the canvases in all sizes, stencils. We have the Angelus that they use on shoes and letters. We're the only persons in Nassau that carries the Montana spray. We have the Krylon sprays, watercolor and paints, the oil, chalk paints, the alcohol paint, metallic paints, the little Floetrol, and we have cleaning products for the artists, thinning products for the artists, and Crayola colors, and glitters, pencils, the Posca markers, and pastels, oil, and the acrylic pastels, dyes. Oh yeah, we also have airbrush paint. I didn't forget that part of the movie. Gift sets, hobby craft,
Oil shrimp,
clays.
stew shrimp gumbo. But art supplies. We have a lot of them. Sherwin-Williams Art Store. Find colour in every day.
We got your first look at traffic brought to you by RBC. With RBC, your ideas happen here. In your real-time traffic, we've got a number of hotspots to let you know about, including, as usual, Mile Butler Highway. Heavy traffic for you from Fire Trail straight up to Tawny Williams Darling Highway. This is if you're heading northbound from the Fire Trail roundabout straight up. And we're seeing some heavy traffic on the Tawny Williams Darling Highway side. That's westbound to the roundabout. Elsewhere, we've got Carmichael, some slow-moving traffic eastbound to Blue Hill Road. Blue Hill Road's going to be busy for you from just south of St. Vincent straight through to Carmichael and the junction with Soldier Road onto Independence Drive. All of that is northbound mainly. And Independence Drive is going to be busy for you as well, westbound towards the Blue Hill Road roundabout. East Street, seeing some heavy traffic north and south of the intersection with Soldier Road, mainly northbound, straight up to East-West Highway roundabout, and again north of that area to Robinson Road. And then we've got Robinson Road, and farther east of that, you're going to be seeing some very slow-moving traffic from Soldier straight through to Marathon, especially near Old Trail. And both Marathon and Soldier Road northbound are going to be seeing some heavy traffic if you're trying to get to Wolf Road. And pockets along Prince Charles Drive at the major intersections, especially Fox Hill Road and Eastern Road. Very slow-moving westbound traffic just east of Fox Hill to Johnson Road. Those are your hotspots right now. We'll have another update for you after the 8 o'clock news. Morning Blend Traffic brought to you by RBC. With RBC, your ideas happen here. And we've got another check of your weather brought to you by Easy Car Sales. We've got lingering troughing straddling the northwest and central Bahamas associated with the dissipating frontal boundary. It's going to shift southeastwards as high-pressure ridging builds across most of the area. The troughing is going to produce some showers and isolated thunderstorms today across the northwest and central islands before stalling across the southeastern islands. The weak ridging pattern is going to be short-lived, though, with the trough retreating northwestward at the start of the weekend and merging with an approaching cold front. The interaction will increase shower and thunderstorm activity again over the northwest and central Bahamas by Saturday and into the northern Bahamas on Sunday. For today, ahead of all of that, they'll look for partly sunny to sunny conditions for the extreme northern islands and the extreme southeastern islands. In between, for the northwest and central Bahamas, we're looking at partly to variably cloudy conditions this morning, becoming partly sunny to sunny by this afternoon, and fair tonight for the northwestern islands, and a mix of sun and clouds today, becoming mostly fair tonight for the central islands. High temperatures in the low to mid-80s for most areas, around 28, 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to the low 70s for the northern and northwest Bahamas, around 21, 22 Celsius. And the mid-70s for the central and southeast Bahamas, around 24 Celsius. With your extended outlook for Friday, a mix of sun and clouds during the day, becoming partly cloudy across the northwest Bahamas at night. For the northern half of the country, partly cloudy to cloudy for the central and southeast Bahamas. And by Saturday, partly sunny during the day, becoming mostly fair at night for the southeastern islands. Elsewhere, partly cloudy to cloudy. And for Sunday, partly cloudy to cloudy for the northern half of the country. Elsewhere, a mix of sun and clouds. That's your Morning Blend weather check brought to you by Easy Car Sales, inviting you to take a test drive in the Geely Radara all-electric pickup and enter to win an exciting box of everything you need for a great Christmas. Visit Easy Car Sales, the only Radara authorized dealer in the Bahamas.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
It's an island love Christmas. Joy's in the air. Jackpots are rising. There's luck everywhere. No snow on the ground. Just sunshine and cheer. It's an island love Christmas. The best time of year.
Island Luck wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Lucky New Year.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Hang on the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright as we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
That is live music, folks. That's Corey Heald and the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band live in our studio as we're getting a preview of this weekend's Christmas Beat Retreat. It's Sunday in Rawson Square. We're going to talk with Corey and find out more about what we can expect on Sunday in just a bit. That's live. We've got a special treat for you, as we said. So more from them in just a bit. They're going to be with us for a little bit this morning, playing us in and out of our breaks and stuff. So great stuff there. Once again, Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robarts. And again, we're going to have more on the what to expect coming up in just a bit. All right, so we have been talking, though, about what's in the news. We're going to get to the Prime Minister and his op-ed in the paper today defending the smuggling of migrants bill and the protests from the FNM and the COI yesterday. We're going to get into all of that coming up in a little bit, but we continue with your reaction to some of the court cases that we've been telling you about. And got some strong reaction on our text line, and you can call in for a few minutes as well. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. So the stories, if you're just tuning in, are about the father who's been convicted of manslaughter now in the death of his 2-year-old son. You remember the story from a couple years ago? The mother and father were driving, but their 2-year-old son got himself stuck in the window, the rear window of their vehicle, and unfortunately died. The mother took a plea deal and was sentenced to 1 year in prison, and now the father's been convicted of manslaughter. This penalty phase will be set for March. So we're getting a reaction to all of that. Then there's another story. A deacon jailed 12 years for attempted incest of his granddaughter. And so 12 years. We're getting your reaction to this. So we've got a lot of your text messages. This texter says here, this is about a caller earlier. This person says, I want you to see how some of these women think. Oh, boy. She wanted to jail a man who touched a little girl that he didn't kill, but she can understand and give sympathy to the mother who actually killed her child. Texter, you got a real problem. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't understand why you don't see the difference here. And I don't understand why you can't feel sympathy for the mother either. This was not an intentional act. So I'm not sure what's going on. But I've advised you before that you really do need to get some help. The way you see things is very bizarre, very odd, and concerning. But they go on to say this is how we levy the charges for men and women, and this is why I have an issue. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come on. These are totally different cases. Totally different. I don't understand it. But get some help. This person says, at what point will we as a country start taking responsibility for our actions and stop giving crime a break? Whether by accident or intentional, a life was taken.
Nay.
Okay. Caller, we'll get to you in a second. This texter says here, so why didn't the dad in this get a plea deal like the girlfriend? It's a good question. I'm not sure. But she took responsibility for it, although he was convicted of manslaughter. This person says here, Dwight and Chester, good morning. It's very sad to see young people treat little children in all circumstances. Incest and rape is high in the Bahamas. They're saying now. I don't think it was never not high. Okay. The Bahamas needs to send a strong message. Please correct the ills in the country for safety and respect. Do you have to pay to attend the beat retreat? No. We'll get to that in a bit. This person says here, that texter is sick. This is the one who can't see the difference between incest and an accident. Yeah. That texter is sick and police need to check his phone. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's take this call. Good morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Chester. Seattle Johnson. Good morning to the wife of the Bahamas.
Hi, good morning.
Right. Yeah, I read that attempt, what do you call it? I think you call it op-ed. I consider it a political hotch job. Let me explain you why, right?
Oh, we're going to get to that in a bit, though. We're still just getting a reaction to these very disturbing matters in the courts. But we're going to have a lot of time to get into that discussion in a bit. So I don't know if you want to call us back for that one. Yeah? Okay. All right. Cool. Continue to send your messages before we take a break, folks. 422-4796. And you can call us 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. So again, this is the question. What's going to happen? We don't want to influence anybody here, but what is going to happen here? What should happen here? Now the mother of the child's already taken a plea deal and sentenced to a year. He's been convicted of manslaughter. Do you think he should receive jail time as well? Or, like we were talking about off air, can there be other things that are done where he has to every week go and speak somewhere, go to schools, go to parenting classes and talk and tell people what happened and be the face of a campaign for people to be more mindful of their children and making sure they are buckled up in seatbelts or car seats? Should that happen? Should that have happened to the mom too?
One of the callers mentioned that even after this incident, they didn't see road traffic, but any campaigns to heighten the awareness of how your children are supposed to be restrained in a vehicle. So that could be part of his thing, right? To, like you mentioned, go to speak to schools and, wherever, parenting classes, PDA meetings, those kinds of things, and talk about what he learned from his situation.
Well, yeah. Let's take that call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Chester.
Hi.
Good morning.
Dwight, when I suggested what you said earlier about being, initiating a campaign to you, and I think the question was on that day. You all balked at the idea and said, this was when the mother was being sentenced, that this would bring back emotional thing. And I said, I think having her do something like this would be far better than her being incarcerated for a whole year. And both of them could be the face of a campaign like this for other persons, so that the message would get out. That was
I suspect you didn't only say it like that, because I'm sure you added something else for us to not be in agreement with you.
I said because I cited like the mother's against drunk drivers, a situation where a child was killed, and she used that opportunity to speak to others, to turn the lemon into lemonade. And I didn't add anything onto that. Okay, but he also said, no, that would reopen up wounds and all kind of things like that. But I think both of them should be out there, so other persons would not face a similar situation. All right.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. It definitely wouldn't be easy to do that. It certainly wouldn't be easy. And some might say it'd be easier just to go to jail. I doubt it. But to have to do that every day or once a week even would be quite something. Yeah.
I mean, it might have the opposite effect. they might understand that they're doing something good for the community in honor of their child.
Yeah. Wow. All right. This texter says it's the same one. The mother who was jailed, albeit not long enough, should be in jail. I don't think the father should receive jail time if he was driving and needs to take care of the other child.
Well, he's in custody until March.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This is, again, nobody, as a previous caller said, nobody wins in this case. This is an unbelievable tragedy all around, and it will continue to be for many, many years to come.
Yeah.
Many years to come. Wow. And again, make the appeal to everybody out there, and we see it so often. Just a few days ago, some like a kid standing in the front seat, right, practically touching the windshield with his head. And you just have to wonder what's going through the minds of these folks. How do you not understand how dangerous this is? Do you not see how people are driving on the streets? And you have that kid just standing up in the vehicle.
Chilling.
Yep.
And the ones who have the kid like leaning forward in between the seats, even if they're in the back seat, unrestrained.
Oh, yeah.
You imagine someone hit you from the back or you have to make a sudden stop. But people don't think about those things. Yeah? No. It's physics. You're going to hurt your child.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to protest, but this is for their own good.
Yeah.
This is for their own good.
They protest their own good all the time.
Of course. Of course. We got to go to break, folks. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Oh, here we are as in olden days. Happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Here we are, we'll all be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Oh, still young, and we'll all be together if the fates allow.
Step inside the John Baptiste Jazz Club at Bahamar, where the rhythm of the islands of the Bahamas meets the soul of New Orleans. Every night, the lights dim, the music swells, and the air fills with that unmistakable energy. The kind that makes you close your eyes and just feel. Savor signature cocktails, curated small plates, and live performances from world-class musicians, all in an intimate, artfully designed space where every seat has a story. Whether it's a romantic night out or a spontaneous evening with friends, this is where you want to be. The John Baptiste Jazz Club, only at Bahamar. Reserve your table now at bahamar.com/jazz club or through the Bahamar app, because every evening plays its own tune. Are you ready to upgrade this Christmas with Wendy's and Coca-Cola? Simply upgrade your premium lunch combo to a large. Fill out your receipt, scan the QR code, and you'll have a chance to win up to $25,000 in cash and prizes. Wendy's is giving away $1,000 cash prizes, an iPhone 17, going places travel vouchers, a staycation at Comfort Suites, and more. So visit your nearest Wendy's and upgrade today.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300, a comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
This New Year's Eve, Bahamar invites you to experience a night where luxury meets pure island energy. A night designed for those who want to welcome 2026 in unforgettable style. On Tuesday, December 31st, the party ignites on the shores of Cable Beach with dazzling entertainment, premium open bars, gourmet food experiences, and a midnight fireworks spectacular lighting up the sky. And headlining the celebration, one of the biggest names in global music, Grammy Award-winning superstar Sean Paul, live at Bahamar, bringing an explosive performance that will carry you into the new year with non-stop vibes. Indulge in the taste of Bahamar Culinary Showcase, dance under the stars, and immerse yourself in the ultimate New Year's experience, all at the Caribbean's leading luxury resort destination. Make this your most iconic New Year's Eve yet. Secure your tickets now at bahamar.com/events. Bahamar, life spectacular.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Mama, bake that jolly gay Christmas coming. Mama, bake that jolly gay Christmas coming. Say Christmas coming, Christmas coming, Christmas coming, Christmas coming. Mama, bake that jolly gay Christmas coming. Mama, bake that jolly gay Christmas coming. Christmas coming, Christmas coming, Christmas coming, Christmas coming. This time another year I may be gone in some lonesome graveyard. Oh Lord, how long? This time another year I may be gone in some lonesome graveyard. Oh Lord, how long? Say, Mama, bake that jolly gay Christmas coming. Mama, bake that jolly gay Christmas coming. Christmas coming, Christmas coming, Christmas coming, Christmas coming.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Your final look at weather brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. You've got lingering troughing straddling the northwest and central Bahamas. That's associated with a dissipating frontal boundary. It's going to shift southeastwards as high pressure builds across the area. The troughing will produce some showers and isolated thunderstorms early today across the northwest and central islands before stalling across the southeastern islands. So the weak ridging pattern is going to be short-lived, with the trough retreating northwestwards at the start of the weekend and then merging with an approaching cold front. That interaction is going to mean increased showers and thunderstorms for the northwest and central Bahamas from Saturday on, and then moving into the northern Bahamas by Sunday. For today, there is a moderate risk of rip currents along Atlantic-exposed beaches. Beachgoers and swimmers should exercise caution. For today, for the northern islands and the southeastern islands, look for partly sunny conditions, becoming mostly fair tonight. The rest of the country is going to see a mix of conditions. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence today, partly to variably cloudy this morning, becoming partly sunny to sunny by this afternoon, and fair tonight. And for the central islands, a mix of southern clouds today, becoming mostly fair by tonight. Temperatures today in the low to mid 80s for most areas, around 28 to 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight in the low 70s for the northern half of the country, around 21, 22 Celsius. And the mid 70s for the central and southeast Bahamas, around 24 Celsius. For tomorrow, Friday, look for a mix of sun and clouds during the day, becoming partly cloudy across the northwest Bahamas at night for the northern half of the country, and partly cloudy to cloudy for the central and southeast Bahamas. Pretty much the same for Saturday and then into Sunday, an increase in rain chances, as we said, for most of the country into Monday. That's your morning blend weather check, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Reminding you that art supplies are back and on sale now with fresh stock and new inspiration up to 20% off through December 16th. Visit Sherwin-Williams, Prince Charles Drive or Tonic Williams Darling Highway. And a final look at traffic brought to you by NUA Insurance. We've got Blue Hill Road seeing some heavy traffic from just south of Carmichael straight up to Independence Drive. If you're heading northbound, it's going to get very heavy for you once you are nearer to Soldier Road, both directions there. Keep that in mind if you are in that part of the island this morning. Your alternate routes are going to be busy for you as well. East Street seeing some heavy traffic, both north and southbound, north and south of the Soldier Road intersection, straight through to Robinson Road if you're heading northbound. And over on Milo Butler Highway, heavy traffic for you as you approach Harold Pond if you're heading northbound, straight up to Tonic Williams Darling Highway. Traffic back to belong Tonic Williams Darling Highway as well, westbound at this hour. Elsewhere, we've got John F. Kennedy Drive seeing some slow-moving traffic in multiple directions from between Harold Road and Prospect Ridge Road and Bahamar Boulevard and Gladstone Road. That area not looking pleasant for you right now, especially near the Theodore Lane area. And some slow-moving traffic on Gladstone Road north of Munnings Road, northbound. Then we've got portions along West Bay Street, especially east of Arawak Key near Nassau Street, mainly eastbound. And along Wolf Road at various spots at some of the major intersections, and especially near Wolf Village, Bernard, and Soldier Road. Slow-moving traffic in multiple areas there. Shirley Street as well, just west of Village Road. Slow-moving westbound traffic up to Mackey Street this morning. Those are your hotspots. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Whether you prefer a face-to-face chat or handling things online, they've got you covered. Visit NUAinsurance.com for an instant motor quote or stop by your nearest branch today.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and a mistletoe helps to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong along with Chester Robards. That's live music, folks. Live music. We've got Inspector Corey Heald with vocals and Corporal Ontario Dames on keyboard. They are representing the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. and giving us a preview of what to expect this weekend at the Christmas Beat Retreat. In studio with us now, we have ASP Eric Fowler, the Deputy Director of the Police Band. Good morning, sir. Great to have you with us.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here. Good morning, Bahamas. Representing the Royal Bahamas Police Force, led by Commissioner of Police Strachan and a senior executive leadership team, and the band director, Mr. Whitney Bastian. So we're here to inform the public about what's coming on this weekend on the Saturday. So on the Saturday we have
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You're excited. You're very excited about this weekend.
Yes, on Sunday at 4 p.m., we'll be hosting our Christmas Beauty Treat. Christmas Beauty Treat at 4 p.m. It's free. I think I heard earlier.
Yeah, I heard that person asking
if it's a cost. No,
they're
been
new.
free
They're
for
new.
years.
It's always free.
Yeah, always free for years. Free for years. And our theme for this Christmas Beauty Treat is Christmas Past and Present.
Ooh, okay.
So it's going to be a spectacular performance. You can see some things that did before, because we going back to the past with some movements we did over 40 years. And
Explain that. What do you mean? Like what
movements that probably would have either done or displays or sounds of the Beauty Treat that would probably played and seen probably like back in the 70s, 80s.
Wow. Have things changed that much? I mean, like
yes, because back then we did had the performance, the Christmas performance. Now today we have the Christmas performance, and we have props. And then we have the more instrumental side of things with the electronic instruments.
Okay.
Back then, it wasn't that. You just see the band with the instruments, marching instruments.
Wow.
Even the atmosphere was different. There was no barricades. The public wasn't as large as it used to be.
Okay.
So, it's changed. And of course,
what are you going to do? You're going to move the barricades?
You can't move them now.
No, you can't move them now.
But you see some props, and you can see some different displays. And you see some different faces of the police band. Probably might have seen it back then. Some new vocals.
Okay.
Some new movements. So it's going to be different.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
So there's some old movements that you said you haven't seen maybe in a few years.
In a few years. We're gonna do that.
Wow.
So we kept that in our archives library, because some movements are traditional.
Okay. Break it down.
Passed on from
movements,
generations.
Dance moves or
precision drill movements.
Okay.
Along with the music.
Yeah.
Like any other marching band, you know what I mean? Like if you watch, like a parade or football parade, you see a marching band. Yeah, you see them performing, making formations, and
So why wouldn't they have been performed? Are they like 270s, or is it, or you just like to try to keep it new?
Right, keep it new, because sometimes the public, our fan base, they probably come in every year. I've been seeing this move for the past 10 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we kind of let's do something different.
Yeah.
Because people probably get tired of saying, oh, you're doing this movement again, you're doing the movement again. So you get some movements, we say, okay, we'll put that in the shelves, and then probably bring it down later, so for a new generation will say, hey, even though it's old, they say, well, I never seen this before.
Nice.
It'll be new to them.
So Inspector Corey Hill is with us now. I've been singing all morning. Thank you so much. Sounds wonderful as always.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you so much. Morning, Bahamas. Just to add on to what ASP Fowler was saying, some of the old movements like the Espana. So the Espana was something that was traditionally done at Government House with the changing of the guard. So you would see the trumpets, the drummers basically highlighted that movement. So a lot of persons are familiar. The older generation are more familiar with those kind of stuff. So the new flair comes in when we make snowflakes. We have the drummers more involved with the performance. And then we're kind of using outside guests to kind of enhance the moment for the guests, for the people, basically.
Yeah. So what's it like practicing these older movements? Tell us about that experience.
Well, to be honest with you, we have a young band. We have a new band, so it's always good to kind of involve and collaborate with the elders of the police band. Oh. So persons like Mr. Fowler, who would have been in the band for over 20 years, we're now dealing with persons who joined the band within 5 years. They don't know what the drum ensemble is. So, so they're having a greater appreciation for what the history of the band is, the legacy of the band, and now we're bringing that to them so that they can carry it on for other persons who come into the band. So it's good to understand the foundation, enhance it, evolve, and then you move forward.
And what's it like training them for that?
It's kind of difficult because it's something that they knew, especially if persons never came from a background of marching bands and coordinations with music. So it'd be usually a little difficult. But as time progresses, doing the same thing over and over and over again, it comes like you do with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
And as I tell people, you could do it, walking backwards. So just keep on repetition. It make it easier.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to come up with the choreography for this every year?
Yes, because you want to be something creative. You do
Yeah.
something creative. You don't want to have same format with the same movements we probably would have done during that year.
Yeah.
And so it's called for the creativity along with the music because now you get to combine to make the movements coincide with the music.
Right.
So it can be related. So the audience can identify, hey, you're doing this move with this song. Yes. They can feel the vibe and you know what I mean?
Well, how soon do you start working on the program or coming up with the ideas of what you're going to do and include?
This starts immediately after independence, to be honest with you. So the OC, Superintendent Whitney Bastian, he brings the group in. We form a committee. The committee involves the older folks and the younger folks. So that's where the collaboration starts. The innovation begins, the idea putting on the table, and then you kind of enhance it.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work that's being put in, and we dedicate a lot of hours. Right now, we're currently at 7 a.m. We're probably rehearsing right now. So the shift gets tighter, as we get closer to the time.
Yeah.
So we're doing our obligations with rehearsals, preparing for the beat retreat, plus we have engagements that we have to do. So when you look at our schedule, people don't understand what it is the police band has to go through. They say, when they see us, you just playing music. But no, we can't schedule our life.
And you've got gigs during this time as well.
Right now, we have 3 engagements.
Wow.
From here, we're going to Government House. Government House has a function. And then tonight, the Commissioner of Police is hosting a tree lighting ceremony at 6 p.m. So we have to make sure that we manage our resources, manage the team. The pop band has to be 3 places at once. The marching band is currently rehearsing. Wow. So tomorrow is going to be worse.
Yeah.
Saturday is going to be worse.
Yeah.
And then after Sunday, then you kind of relax.
Right.
But the pressure is on until Sunday.
Yeah. So what's the complement now? How many people are in the band in total, and pop versus the marching? What are we seeing?
So we are 50 strong. So and that's comprised of the pop band and the marching band.
You
and
sound
the
a lot
country band.
bigger than that. You sound like more people than that, which is great.
Yeah, because we already have an established sound.
Yeah.
And our arrangers do a good job. The train arrangers, so they expand on what we have. Yeah, so to make it sound bigger.
Oh, wow.
So there's always a debate around this time of year, especially with what we play on the radio, between the carols versus the contemporary stuff. How do you find the balance there, and do you all have any favorites?
I'll let Hill answer that one.
To be honest with you, it's good to combine all two, because everybody, focuses on a different category. Some people like the traditional Christmas. Some people like the new way forward, the Chris Brown version of this Christmas, Some people like going on depending on the community, they'll go caroling in the afternoons or that kind of stuff, So it's good to cater to both audiences.
Yeah.
Is there anything that was started back in the day that you do every year that you feel like is tradition that you have to carry on, that you have to do a look or something you wear or anything like that?
Beat retreats, something we've been doing from our existence. And then every year we kind of get excited because we have to do the Kelly's opening of the introduction of Christmas. So that's something that we look forward to every year, where we bring Santa Claus, we march Santa Claus into the Mall of Marathon, where the kids can be there and they actually get to take pictures with Santa Claus, basically.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Wow. All right, so we know some of the other retreats, the beat retreats, you've got the other bands involved. Is that the way it is at Christmas, or is it just the police force?
Just the independence combined with the other military bands, but Christmas is just us.
Okay.
And that's been happening for years before. I guess all of us were born. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's tradition right there.
Yeah. Any particular reason for that?
Because of that during that time, this go back to pre-independence. These retreats being happening from pre-independence. And of course, it was the formation of the band at the time. Every other country, since we have for a European background, this happened in the Europe from a colonialism. So so we're going back this year right now.
Yeah.
So so that happens in the UK. So they mimic that same thing will happen. That type of tradition happened in the UK in the Bahamas.
Right.
And then since the Bahamas formation and established, then that came along.
Right.
Being the tradition having beach retreats, because every military band has its beach retreats around the world.
Right.
So we just fall in line, I guess.
All right, so let's talk about Sunday. What to expect? We know there are going to be some road closures, I'm sure.
Yes.
Tell us about that and when people need to be in place if you're going to start at 4.
So people need to be in place at 3:15. I say 3 o'clock, 3:15 to get your parking space, because that's downtown. It's very kind of difficult to find parking space downtown. And I sure police officers going to be there in the vicinity to direct the public where to park or where not to park. Okay, so I would say 3:15 be in place to get that parking issue, because times you find parking, that's the time right there lost. So you want to be in place before 4 o'clock.
Definitely.
Because at 4 o'clock,
Way before.
Yeah, that's when they kick off at 4. We on time.
Military time.
Military time. Behemoth time.
Right.
Military time. So it's a difference. So the public should be there, seated. The bleachers are there. I think the bleachers get a hold of at least about 1,000 people.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So
And it's always a
just-
great turnout.
Yeah,
Yes,
always a great
yes.
turnout. There could be some standing room.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it always in Rawson Square?
Always in Rawson Square. Always from the inception.
Right.
And we're hoping the weather's going to cooperate. So,
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed. Every year.
And so people just remember that this is happening Sunday,
Right.
And so expect some delays if you're in that area.
Yes.
But what else can we expect on Sunday? You sent me the program. I won't spoil anything, but
Right.
what can you tell the audience?
For sure, I think the kids are going to really enjoy this one, because our introduction is going to set the precedence for what the rest of the retreat is going to look like. So if you believe in magic, if you believe in unicorns, I would say kids, be there, because you're going to see something that you've never seen before. And I think it's the first time in our history that we're doing what we're going to do on Sunday. So I think it's very, very important that you be there, because
Be there on
you don't want to
time,
miss
because
it.
you don't miss the intro. You don't
want
want
to miss it.
that. You don't want to miss it.
I wish I could tell you, but there's some things that are happening, man. Oh my God! I hope you don't get locked up for it, but it's going to be
police.
It's going to be exciting, man. So kids, parents, be there on time. Mr. Fowler would have mentioned and emphasized 3 o'clock. I would say 2 o'clock.
Oh.
Be there on time, because the seats are going to be flooded. We're going to be making our entry at 4 p.m. sharp. So you want to be seated, because if you come 3:30, you come 3:15, you may be standing up or trying to find it on social media.
Right.
So I try to get a seat as fast as possible, and then you're going to enjoy the show.
Yeah. And generally, how long does it take?
You mean the whole performance?
Yeah.
We will estimate an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, hour and a half the performance. That's inclusive of the marching performance of it, and then what we call the finale. That's where the vocals come along at the end, and then the ceremonial part.
Right.
After the vocals.
Okay.
After the pop section.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So as you said, somebody called or asked if it's free, and it is free. But has there ever been consideration to charge? Because I think people would be willing to.
No. This is a national event.
Yeah.
This is a national event. The Governor General is always there. So the beginning of retreat is for us to kind of say that this is the end of our year, the end of our season. So we're going back to basically barracks.
That's wonderful.
So that's basically what the purpose of the beat retreat is. So it's a national celebration for our bands to kind of say, Governor General, Her Excellency, we're retiring for the year. We're shutting down. We're going to relax, enjoy the Christmas season with our families. Even though there's work to be done still after. Right. We have the John Canoes. We still have to do our duties or our mandate settled for us by protecting the people. So we have to do John Canoe. We have to work the John Canoes, and then prepare for our church parade in January.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Anything else you want people to know about the Christmas Beat Retreat and what's to come from the Police Force Band?
So you want to come out Bahamas, support the Royal Bahamas Police Force and Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. Be there. You don't think you want to miss this beat retreat, because I hear I have friends who say, "Oh, when was the beat retreat?" I said, "Well, the beat retreat happened Sunday past." Say, "Oh, wow." I said, "Yes, you missed it. I think it was announced. I guess you're busy, security. You would have missed it, but you don't want to miss." this Christmas beauty treat. And when you stay there from the beginning. And if it rains, stay there in the rain. But bring your umbrellas up. But we hope it'll be good weather on that afternoon. Yeah. One more announcement: we also have Christmas beauty treat, and we're going to carry the Grand Bahama to our Grand Bahama land. So basically, you probably can explain some more information on that.
Right. Yeah, so basically we taking the beat retreat. The last time he would have done it was probably pre-COVID. So we're taking the beat retreat back to Freeport. Nice. So December the 16th, that's Tuesday, 4 p.m., it's going to be in Port Lucaya. So please be there, all the Grand Bahamians. If you have to fly down from any other island, Nasuvians, if you want to go back to Freeport, go home. Where I'm from, I might go back home. So y'all be there. We'll be there at 4 o'clock. Dwight, we have one more thing. We shouldn't have missed it. Mr. Bastian, our director, his birthday is today.
So you got to say happy birthday
for years and years. He has not been able to celebrate his birthday around this time because it's so busy.
Right.
So I think he said the first time he celebrated his birthday since being in the job was when he was at Arawaki Station. So he's back in the band, so he can't celebrate his birthday because we're preparing for the retreat. So he has to work, but good. We want to say good morning and happy birthday to you, Director.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Excellent. So I got to ask you, so with the Grand Bahama, the whole band goes?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes. So the whole band goes. We do have some engagements that are here, so there'll be a small contingency that's staying here to cater to the engagements that we have down here. But the bulk of the marching band is going to be in Grand Bahama.
And you're hoping to make that an annual event again?
We are hoping to make it an annual event.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Wonderful stuff. All right. So, Corey, you're going to continue to serenade us for quite a little bit more this morning. Thank you very much for that. Again, happy birthday to your band leader. And ASP Fowler, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to Sunday. Thanks again to Corporal Dames on the keyboard and Inspector Corey Heald with the vocals. Going to be singing for us again as we get another preview of what to expect on Sunday, 4 p.m., Rawson Square, the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band Christmas Beat Retreat.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, yeah, just like the one I used to know. Where the treetops glisten, and itty bitty children listen to hear the sleigh bells ringing in the snow. I wanna tell you a story now. Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, yeah, with every Christmas card, alright. Hey, said I wanna tell you, may your days be merry, and may all your Christmas, yeah, be white. Oh, said may your days, yeah, be merry, yeah, and may all your Christmas, yeah,
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Merry Christmas, Bahamas. Hello there. Merry Christmas, how you been? Gee, it's so good to talk to you again. It's been a long, long time. Can't figure out how you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to wish you a Merry Christmas. My best friend's having a party and everybody's going. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, it's snowing. It's been a long, long time. Can't figure out how you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to wish you a Merry Christmas. It's funny that I haven't thought to call you before. And why isn't I haven't seen you around anymore? Another year has passed and I can't erase the memories of your smiling face. So I had to call you up and say, gee whiz, it's Christmas. So don't forget the party that we're throwing. The warm fire by the fireplace will be glowing. It's been a long, long time. Can't figure out how you've crossed my mind. I guess it's just to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Welcome to Morning Blend Business. On this Thursday, December 11th, we're getting caught up in the music. Dwight, Strachan, and Chester Robards. That's live music from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. Inspector Corey Heald and Corporal Ontario Dames on the keyboard. They're giving us a taste of what to expect at the Christmas Beat Retreat this Sunday. And
that boy can sing.
Oh, yeah. Giving us some great music, live music, for a good portion of the morning. But here we are, and we, as promised, going to get into the Prime Minister's op-ed piece, defending the smuggling of migrants bill. Before we do that, let's talk about the protests from yesterday and what happened. What happened downtown. Both the FNM and the COI had a lot to say about this, and they continue to call for the bill to be killed. Kill the bill, they're saying. So we've got two reports from our Vonique Toot. We'll begin with what FNM leader, opposition leader Michael Pintard is saying. Take a listen to this report from Vonique Toot.
Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard hit back at the Progressive Liberal Party's claim that he is not a true leader following his threat to repeal the Smuggling of Migrants Bill 2025 if the FNM wins the next general election.
It's nonsense. Again, they are not working on behalf of the Bahamian people. I'm not the issue. The issue is the suffering that the Bahamian people are experiencing, the broken systems that we have that they are not prepared to correct.
The opposition had strongly opposed a controversial clause of the anti-smuggling bill, which provided that smuggled migrants would not be prosecuted under the bill. That clause has since been deleted, but Pintard contends that's not good enough.
The way it is written, it cannot just be polished and patched. They ought to have withdrawn it and engaged the public in a proper way, and it should have been certainly more comprehensive. They should have looked at the Trafficking in Persons Act, the Proceeds of Crime Act, the Immigration Act, and they should have come to Parliament with again a bill that took into consideration all of what we needed to adjust in that suite of legislation. They have not done that. So we wonder what their motivation is.
The bill, which aims to strengthen the country's borders, target and reduce human smuggling activity in the Bahamas, and close gaps in the existing legal framework, was tabled in the House of Assembly back in October. The government has defended the bill, with Attorney General Ryan Pinder noting that it does not grant any new rights or entitlements to migrants. Pintard says the government has made a horrible mistake in its approach to the smuggling of migrants.
The bill doesn't deal with bad actors in our system to a large extent. Are they concerned about bad actors during the system? Have they identified what's broken in the immigration apparatus in general and how they intend to fix it? No, they have not directed their attention to those, and we wonder why.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vonik Toot.
Okay. Pintard again saying that instead of just fixing here and there, they need to take the whole thing back and basically start again. F&M Chairman Dwayne Sands calling into the show yesterday, pointing to some other parts of the bill where on the surface the language seems simple, but if you dig deeper, it really could mean a whole lot of different things. So the ambiguity again. And this is what people have been saying, right? That savvy lawyers can really pick anything that looks simple apart. And why open yourselves up to legal drama in the future? So that's an interesting case. Lincoln Bain with the COI saying similar things in some maybe some stronger language in this report, again from Vonik Toot.
Members of the Coalition of Independents protested outside the House of Assembly today to speak out against the smuggling of migrants bill, which was passed earlier this week. They threatened to shut the country down before that bill is passed in the Senate.
Kill the bill! 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 Kill the bill!
As members of Parliament met on the inside of the House of Assembly, COI supporters made their voices heard on the outside. COI leader Lincoln Bain says while they applaud the government for removing a controversial clause of the bill which provided that smuggled migrants would not be prosecuted, that's not enough.
I want to credit the government for partially listening to the people by removing Section 11, which we would not have tolerated. That section was diabolical. The purpose of that section was to decriminalize illegal immigration. However, it has the same effect because persons don't need Section 11. They can just claim asylum now, and now you still can't arrest them.
The bill was passed in the House of Assembly on Monday and will now head to the Senate. However, Bain insists there should have been more consultation.
The government snuck this bill on us on October 15 and tried to sneak it on us last Wednesday. But of course, they brought it back on Monday without giving notice that they were going to bring that back on Monday. And they passed this bill within a few hours to make sure that we cannot properly protest this bill where there was no consultation. I am calling on Bahamians to stand. Stand now, stand with us today. Not only stand with us today to let them know that we disapprove, but on whatever day they call the general election, that day will be Judgment Day. Make sure that they remember October 15th and make sure that they remember December 10th.
The bill, which aims to strengthen the country's borders, target and reduce human smuggling activity in the Bahamas, and close gaps in the existing legal framework, was tabled in the House back in October. The government has defended the bill, with Attorney General Ryan Pinder noting that it does not grant any new rights or entitlements to migrants. However, Bain says Bahamians have a right to be concerned.
This law has some serious issues. It should have gone back to committee. It should have gone to committee so that they could go through all of the ramifications. Because if they are wrong, it's going to affect an entire nation. We're going to be here this morning, and if the Bahamian people come out, we are going to shut this country down before we let this bill come to the Senate. The Senate is going to be tomorrow, and we believe that they're going to push this bill through tomorrow. And once they push this bill through, then it goes to the Governor General, and then it goes to the Gazette. Within a matter of days, this new law could be in place. And I call on every Bahamian under the sound of my voice, the tens of thousands of you watching online right now, we have to stand up.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vornik Toot.
Okay. Well, here we are. So Prime Minister Philip Davis, in response to this, issuing an op-ed. It's in the Nassau Guardian today. You've got to pick up a copy of that or find it online at thenassauguardian.com. We're going to read as much of this as we can this morning. So this is the Prime Minister now. Human smuggling has become big business for transnational criminal networks, and Bahamian law enforcement and Bahamian prosecutors need better tools, including harsher punishments for smugglers to fight it. Now they will have them with the new anti-smuggling bill in Parliament, imposing fines up to $300,000 and prison terms up to 15 years for a range of offenses, so that anyone thinking about forging a document, lending a boat, or harboring migrants or organizing a payment will be forced to reconsider. We have hundreds of thousands of square miles of ocean waters to patrol, and with countries in crisis to the south and the United States so close to our north, criminals will always be tempted to pass through our waters. Now we're expanding our jurisdiction so smugglers cannot hide behind borders, so we can go after the people who organize and finance smuggling, who previously sat just beyond our legal reach. The new bill allows Bahamian authorities to prosecute smuggling offenses, whether they occur inside or outside of Bahamian territory, as long as the Bahamas is the origin, transit point, or destination. This is crucial for going after the criminals who use the Bahamas as a transit point while trying to stay beyond the reach of our laws. Until now, prosecutors have had to assemble charges from a patchwork of different offenses. One section for an unlicensed vessel, another for illegal entry, another for forged documents. The criminal enterprise is obvious, yet the law has not always permitted the entire smuggling ring to be treated under one statute. Those who profit from this trade often position themselves in the background. They rent the boat, lease the house, move the money. They say, quote, "I was not on the sea," while collecting the returns. The anti-smuggling bill in Parliament is designed to close that gap. It creates a new specific crime for the smuggling of migrants. Under this offense, a person may be charged if he or she, for financial or other benefit, plans or organizes the unlawful journey, supplies the vessel or aircraft, forges or provides documents, offers premises as a safe house for staging point, moves migrants within the Bahamas as part of the venture, or handles the payments. In plain language, everyone involved is now going to have a problem, not just the captain of the boat. We have the bill, a formal name, that we should have called it the Lock Them Up Bill. We should have called it the Lock Them Up Bill. Okay. Combine new tools for prosecutors and law enforcement and harsher penalties for smuggling with the major investments we've made in our ability to patrol our waters, including very significant upgrades in technology, surveillance, and enforcement assets, along with hundreds of new Defense Force recruits and more professional training, and we are in the strongest position our country has ever been to patrol our waters and to send home anyone entering illegally. Fewer smuggling operations will mean fewer overloaded vessels, fewer lives at risk, less strain on our defense force, immigration and detention facilities, more secure borders, and a safer Bahamas. If you only listened to the shouting in the streets, you would know none of these facts. You would have a totally different idea about the content and purpose of the bill. The bill was tabled on October 15th and put online for all to see. We took public comment seriously and amended the bill to address concerns raised by the public. But the ringleaders still yelling and shouting, the purveyors of politics, they need the attention too much to stop carrying on. While we are deepening cooperation with the United States, including the current Trump administration, to disrupt smuggling routes that pass through our islands into their country, they are making things up. I would prefer our country had leaders mature enough to reach consensus on something as basic as not wanting the Bahamas to be used as a backdoor into the United States. Okay. How little respect they have for Bahamians to argue that a bill that closes enforcement gaps when fighting transnational crime networks is somehow not in our national interest. Understand this bill creates no new rights for those entering our waters illegally. Migrants who enter our waters because they pay smugglers are in violation of our immigration laws and will be repatriated, as more than 13,000 people have been repatriated in our term already. Nothing in the bill limits our power to arrest, detain, charge, or deport persons under the Immigration Act. Offering humane treatment and emergency medical care at the time these boats are intercepted is already the practice of our country and does not create any new rights, let alone the right to stay. As for non-refoulement, an existing obligation that might change where we return people to in their country, for example, we might choose a rural port rather than a capital city. But it hasn't stopped repatriation efforts yet, and it won't going forward either. Those shouting that the bill treats these desperate people too kindly are missing the point. The new law goes after the criminals who put them on the boat, so there are many fewer smuggling operations in the first place. Harsher penalties, drone technology, new go-fast boats, a stronger RBDF, deeper cooperation with neighbors. They are the policies I support. Denying emergency care to an injured child, for example, that's a policy they support? Okay. Our humanity, our faith, and our history mean we are a compassionate people, but our small country cannot bear the burdens or tragedies that follow when other nations collapse. I don't know how much more I'm going to read of this, but let's just read a little longer.
You're almost there.
Almost there. I'm tired. Let me stop. Our humanity are, yes, okay. In 2022, the Summit of the Americas, my Caribbean colleagues and I were invited to sign the Los Angeles Declaration on Migration and Protection. That declaration asks states to take on additional responsibilities for migrants and persons seeking asylum. Barbados signed, Belize signed, Haiti and Jamaica signed. I said no. The Bahamas did not sign. When the United Nations later called for a pause in deportations to Haiti, I said no. Well, at home, we created the country's first national policy framework on immigration, recognizing that this is a serious problem. We launched Operation Secure to deal with shanty towns, real action after decades of paralysis. Under Operation Secure, survey teams went in, notices were served, court processes were completed, and illegal structures began to come down. 7 unregulated communities have been cleared and hundreds of unlawful buildings removed through lawful, supervised action. This is our record. Domestically and internationally, we have said no to regional refugee commitments we cannot meet. No to suspending repatriations. Yes to stronger enforcement at sea and on land. In democracies, disagreement is healthy, but let's debate facts, not fictions invented to scare and mislead. Let's debate the language and provisions of the bill, not rights and benefits that aren't in the text, aren't anywhere but in the imaginations of the politically desperate. Wow. We are the first government in a long time to take on the very serious issue of immigration in a sustained way, acknowledging the problem, building our country's first national policy framework, strengthening maritime and land enforcement, standing up for the Bahamas internationally, and now introducing a targeted law to deal with the criminal networks behind illegal migration. My responsibility as Prime Minister is to protect my country and my people. We are doing that by protecting our borders and upholding our laws, and by targeting the criminals profiting from despair, telling them, if you use our waters, our islands, and our jurisdiction as part of your criminal enterprise, we will come after you wherever you operate. Okay, all right, so that is the op-ed in today's Nassau Guardian, and you can read that yourselves today on page 5, A5. Let's get your reaction to it, folks. Again, this part here is very interesting, where he's asking, deny emergency care to an injured child, for example. That's a policy they support instead. Again, look at the language. I'll pull it up for you so you can hear, you can read it, you can understand it yourself. Dr. Swain's has made a really good case yesterday that it says you cannot deny life-saving treatment. But as he said, what does that mean? An injured child, that seems pretty clear on the surface, but life-saving, if you find this person has stage 4 cancer, could someone say, well, this person needs life-saving cancer treatment, and right? Would you be obligated to deal with that? You need to add some specificity, make it more specific in the law, that this is what you're talking about, right? Like not, like that you're in imminent death. You could possibly die from bleeding out right now, as opposed to, well, you're dying, and we're obligated to help you. That's a great point and a simple fix. In the future, that could come back to bite you in an unpleasant place and unpleasant way, possibly. And this is what some of the protesters are saying, that there's a lot of that throughout the bill, where it might mean well, but there's some language here that could be misinterpreted, or that a lawyer could say or could question the meaning behind it, which we have almost every day in our laws, almost all of them, right? But let's get your reaction to it. So interesting points made by the Prime Minister, and interesting points made by the FNM leader and Lincoln Bain as well, with the COI. But where do you stand? 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, are you there? Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I have a problem more than anyway to you, sir, and the other guest. I have a problem with our prime ministers. Like, he on two sides of the fence. He either with the Haitian or either with the Bahamian, and he's showing the Bahamian no kind of regard that he is a Bahamian and he is for Bahamian. That's what all the Bahamian have a problem with.
How is that manifesting itself?
Who don't care for Bahamians.
You know that.
I have a problem with that. He don't say nothing for Bahamians. He don't guarantee Bahamians nothing. He don't say anything.
You're just saying that, but where is the evidence?
Okay.
Are we going to talk? Can you hear me? He can't hear me. So he's just reading a speech? I don't know. You're saying that, but where is the evidence to support that? But that is a common talking point for as he says, right? The people yelling and shouting.
So again, the text saying that the wording of that section that talks about
the life-saving,
what is it? Anyway, says that the wording is the same in law worldwide.
Oh, really?
And that it's already been tested, and it's not had the interpretation that they're saying.
Do they have Fred Smiths all over the world, or just sorry, didn't mean to pick on you, Fred?
It says the person says it requires only emergency care.
And this is a person who who knows what they're talking about. I mean, okay, but would it hurt to make it a little more specific?
Asylum for health issues? Does that exist?
Somebody will try it if they haven't already. If they make a case that they can't get this treatment in their country, I'm sure they could try it.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, would it hurt to add? We could lead the way, right? Bahamas, we don't have to be, well, this is what they all say in the rest of the world. Could we not make it more specific here and then be a model for the rest of the world?
Yeah. It's nothing stopping that.
Yeah. Let's hear this caller. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Again, Dwight in Chester.
Hi.
Morning.
Dwight, what I am gathering from what the Prime Minister would have said, and Candia Dames is going to, she can pick that to shred. I can do it as a novice and not even being a journalist. See, the Prime Minister, it seems, Dwight, is confusing human trafficking with human smuggling. He needs to know the difference.
So, I mean, it's not just one person, right? So it's going to be like a whole bunch of lawyers and everybody in the cabinet.
Okay,
so you're
fine,
saying the
fine.
entire
But I'm
government
talking-
of the Bahamas is confusing.
I mean, his response, right? If you look at the bill, you would think this bill was designed for human trafficking versus human smuggling. See, because the smuggler and the person who is being smuggled are criminals. This is what the Prime Minister failed to understand.
But
How could you tell me you're
everyone's
showing
telling you that the other laws are still going to be in effect and that they will
No, but I'm
still
just
be
looking at
able to
how-
charge who needs to be charged.
I don't hear you, Dwight.
They're telling you that the other laws will still be in effect and they will be able to charge those folks based on any violations in the law, the immigration
So, but
law
then
and
this language, right? Does that sound like he's referring to criminals?
yeah, it does. He says that
How
specifically.
could it be when he's talking about he's going to be compassionate? He have an see, look, Bahamians right now, we know what the situation is.
You have an obligation to feed the people and house the people until they are repatriated or whatever until whatever
That
happens
is
to
true,
them.
But then you don't do it at the advantage of by displacing Bahamians.
But why would that happen?
Because, for example, healthcare. We see what's going on there at PMH when it comes to healthcare. I'm a taxpayer. I need healthcare. These smugglers need healthcare. Who's going to get preferential treatment? It seems as if they're the smuggler. Based on what the Prime Minister is saying, they should be treated at the prison. Or someplace, some sick bay or something.
Well, but that would not be humane, and that's what they're saying. They have to be humane because the prison certainly wouldn't be.
Trip at PMH today and look at tax-paying Bahamians out there on Gurney. Is that inhumane?
Okay, we're talking about many different things here. We're talking
But you have to tighten your laws to the point where it will discourage people from smuggling.
Yeah,
Not-
but as
not
they've
a lot of
been
benefits when they
saying that this happens now. It happens now. The people who are injured are treated if their life is in danger. So
right, we
what
need
would change?
legislation, policies, right? I can leave with this. We need legislation and policies that's going to be without a doubt state that the Bahamas is for Bahamians first.
Okay.
That's the point that the Prime Minister is missing. You can't share what you don't have.
I mean, you're making it sound like everybody's coming here bleeding to death. That's not how it's going to be.
There are other areas, Dwight. There are other areas of concern that the Bahamians are being displaced on. But our laws need to state that the Bahamas is for Bahamians first and mean it. That's our problem.
Okay, so I think that's a different issue, but I hear you. I hear you on that. So let's read this before we take these other calls. This is the part here, and then you might want to read that message again. Can you say who the message is from? Are you able to say? I don't see why you can't. So this is the part that we're talking about with the right to urgent medical care. This is section 15. So smuggled migrants shall have the right in the Bahamas to receive urgent medical care required for preservation of life or avoidance of harm to health. Is that little part there? And 2, the medical care under subsection 1 shall not be refused by reason of an irregularity in the migrant's entry or stay in the Bahamas. Read it one more time. The message that you got from a very well-placed individual familiar with the proposed legislation.
The starting word of the section makes it clear. The wording is the same worldwide and has been interpreted by courts worldwide and have never had the interpretation being suggested by the opposition.
This is a very special country.
It requires only emergency care.
Oh, boy. It's a very special country. We do some things here that are not done in many other places, and I think that is not good enough to say that it has never been challenged elsewhere in the world. If it's going to happen, it'll happen here. So I think we could tighten it up. I think we could.
What was the starting word again?
Smuggled migrants shall have the right right to urgent medical care. Smuggled migrants shall have the right in the Bahamas to receive urgent medical care required for preservation of life or avoidance of harm to health. I think that part there is the ambiguous part. Avoidance of harm to health. Right. If I don't have this
Does
tumor removed,
anything.
I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, you could live for 6 more months. But there's no guarantee that you will send me back to a place where I would get the treatment. So, I mean, you can make a case that something has to be done. So, I don't know. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi, are you there? No, let's take the other call. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Dwight, on just Chester.
Yes, it is.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Hey, listen, I don't see what the major issue is that Cleaver and those are really speaking about. There's no country in the world just for its citizens, you know. I understand what he's saying.
Oh, no, I don't think you want to come back with that talk. Hey, that's you sure you want to say this?
I understand that the aim is first, but we are not in this world by ourselves, okay? We depend on many other nations for support for especially the United States of America. We depend on them for a lot of things, okay? So when the government is trying to pass a bill that's going to strengthen the smuggling and the trafficking laws, they should be glad. I understand, but they need to read before they talk, before they speak, okay? Because I don't think they actually read the bill what they're speaking about, you know, because all they're doing is convoluting. Everything that you were saying, Dwight, they're just convoluting, and you have to correct them.
No, I'm going to agree with you. I believe most people have not read it, but some people have read it, and some people say, again, while this could be interpreted to mean, yes, you're going to try to crack down on certain things, it could be interpreted to mean something else. That's what the concerns are.
But I understand that, but most student law in the country, you heard most of them complaining about the bill. Those who will really stand up, and if something is incorrect about the bill, I think they would have stand up and said that there's something definitely wrong with this bill to the point that we need to have another portion of it amended or whatever. But, I mean, come on, man. People have to read before they talk, man. Please. Have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Well, I mean, I don't know. A lot of lawyers don't say much, it seems. I mean, apparently it happens behind closed doors. They will reach out, but they won't publicly say things. So I don't know if that means anything, but I'm not saying it hasn't happened. But just because you don't hear them doesn't mean there aren't issues. Caller, good morning, you're live. Hi, good morning, you're on.
Hey, good morning to both of you.
Hello.
I'm glad you read the bill. I didn't read it, but from what I got, I understand now why we need this hospital for women and children. Yeah.
No, don't.
It's beginning to make sense.
No, it isn't. Stop.
Okay, then.
Why would you do that?
Well, I stopped.
So what are you trying to say? Is this a smuggler's hospital?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we're going to call it? Boy, that's terrible. No.
I could tie anything together.
I don't understand it.
Yo, let's tie your two shoes together.
Oh, my gosh. Boy, they got a place called Smuggler's Way in Grand Bahama. You know that?
Yeah.
East and West Smuggler's Way. Why would they do that? What's the reason,
Got to
producer?
cover all the borders.
What? 'Cause that's what we do? Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning to both of you again, Dwight.
Good morning.
Alan Johnson.
Hi.
Yeah, just let me say to the caller, right? He uses the word. I think he say read, right? But I think he should use one word called think rather than being told what it means. Now, I've read the bill, and I've had the opportunity, and I could go through a whole lot just on this op-ed. First of all, this op-ed was written by the acting Prime Minister, Trey Rowley. If this is
no, you don't know that.
No, right. If this is written by a QC, we should take away the title KC. Take it away. See, one thing we know is Mr. Brave Davis' competence in law. But this op-ed shows that he's reached Peter's principle in leadership. Okay? He's reached the level of his incompetence. This is what he wrote. See, first of all, Dwight, there's no substance in this op-ed. When you look at it, compare it to this. This is a straw man, an ad hominem argument being made by the Prime Minister. And this is how I say, when the Prime Minister spends more time attacking motives than addressing the actual text of the bill, it signals weaknesses and no confidence in its ability. Now, this whole op-ed, I can give you 19 points just from this little thing. right here inside of it. Now,
Okay, I don't want to dwell on this too long. Let me just ask you: you don't think that he might have written it like this if he did?
No.
Just so it can be easier to digest for the public? No.
No, but see, Dwight, that's what I'm saying. So I can take you part by paragraph and show you this is not no intent of education. This is a partisan. This is a partisan response. It blurs the line.
There is a little bit of that.
statesmanship.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of that in there. I agree.
No, Dwight. Dwight, when you look at the context of the conversation, this is the problem. When you look at the context of the conversation we're having, which is the smuggler's bill, the asylum bill, or whatever bill you want to call it, this is the context of his response should be. And what it shows is that this law is about national security and not politics. Then why the sales pitch? This was written like a campaign speech, Dwight. And so I'm saying to my prime minister, right?
I mean, one second. I mean, I do think that this should have been happening when they tabled the bill. This
right?
This explanation should have been done in October.
But this is why he still has the opportunity to explain, because they could send this to the committee. This doesn't become law until the Senate does it. So here's the point. Here it is that you put a bill on your website on that Monday, right? You say you tabled it on the 15th, but you put it on the Monday before you were supposed to debate it. Then you have the number one gaslight in the House of Assembly say the people should have read it. You know what I said to the Prime Minister? You say you have input from the public. And do you know the key word he used? Public input. If there's public input, then put it in the public. I guarantee you we can't. There was no public input. There was no public consultation, with the exceptions of those individuals reading speech. It sounds like in Parliament, all of their speech was written by the same person. Right. We have to move to another level of governance. No more gaslighting, no more whatever. If you listen to the Foreign Affairs Minister, he tells you in a separate input that this was influenced by other individuals, by the UN and other individuals from the North. You have to put everything in context. We are so used to being gaslight. It's almost like we sit and have an expectation for our leaders to BS us. I'm saying to the Prime Minister, this is about sovereignty. If you are sincere about protecting the sovereignty of the Bahamas and having a conversation to engage with the Bahamians, we invite you to do it. And if you don't, we will engage with the next incoming government. Because, Dwight, this is garbage, and I have no legal mind, but I guarantee you, Dwight, I'll invite any legal person, not in private if they call me, come in the public domain with a non-legal mind like me, and I'll take you through the bill, and including Mr. Wayne Monroe, okay? And I see like they like these closed conversations on these talk shows where they don't get into dialogue or call and get 2 or 3 minutes. I'm talking about mono, face-to-face, with your supposed to be superior experience. That means you should be able to beat me in the ground. I say to you, what this whole entire government is showing is a level of incompetence never displayed in our 53 years of governance. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. See, Alan, I don't recall hearing you this worked up or passionate in a very long time, if ever, but thank you for that. Wow. Okay. So interesting comments. Take a few more calls and we want to get to your messages as time's going by very quickly. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Are you there? Hi. Good morning. You're live.
Morning, cousin Dwight. How you doing?
Good morning.
And good morning, Chester. You sound kind of low. I know you need to turn the volume up, but I'm sure y'all can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Let me keep it simple. Grammy boy. Does this smuggler's bill or asylum
No,
bill,
don't say it. You know, it's not the asylum bill. Don't do that. Mm-hmm.
Well, I already consulted Webster, and they interchanged the words in Webster.
Which one?
When
Smugglers and asylum?
Smuggling people in that they would want to seek asylum or the clause that Article 33, all of them saying the same thing.
No.
So I guess you could interchange words, whatever. But my question to you and the nation is, will this smugglers, whatever it is, affect you and I, Dwight and Chester? Will it affect us?
I'm sure it could. Especially.
So you may be immigrant or something then.
I mean, if you decide to get involved in smuggling, it will definitely affect you, right? Or if you try to smuggle yourself out of the country.
Okay, I give you that. Little small snippet there. But what I'm saying is predominantly, this bill don't affect me, you Chester. So who does this smugglers thing? Who is this pointed at?
You know that
pointed at immigrants and smugglers, right? That's basically coming in. Who benefits from this? Me and you ain't gonna benefit from this.
Well,
this benefits them. And what you read this morning, Dwight, I take it that supposedly was the Prime Minister's speech. Everything that you read this morning, Dwight, is policy. Even him said it himself. A lot of this is already there. The only thing that is not there that is very difficult, what I read this morning in the Bahamas, that's extremely difficult to prove, is the asylum thing. That is the only thing that is very difficult to
Not
prove.
asylum. He said it's difficult to charge the smugglers or to crack down on the rings, the smuggling
That is the only
operations.
thing.
That's the part they've been having challenges with. The laws
Exactly.
aren't
So
efficient with.
I can almost safely say that's the portion they really focusing on. The asylum part of it. The Article
Again,
33.
you keep bringing up asylum. Where are you getting asylum from? It's
Well, asylum is a word defined in Webster.
not in this. This is not about that. Not about that.
But right, the other portion that you said that if a child gets sick or something happens to a child, no matter where they from in the world, that is already policy. We had that a long time ago. You can't deny medical treatment. I saw a guy came to the hospital with a broken hand, no paperwork, no nothing, and they sent him to human resources. He came back and he got his services. So tell them, don't throw them kind of things at the like we stupid. Thanks for taking Granny Boy. Go on.
Okay, I'm not following you today, Grammy
I
Boy.
wanted to ask him
I'm a little
why he said this benefits.
I don't understand.
The smugglers.
I'm not getting you today, Grammy Boy. I'm not sure. You're going to have to come again, but not today on this show. Okay, let's take a couple more calls, and we want to get to your messages. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Good morning.
Good morning again, and Chester, for you. Hey, you must be telling me stuff too. You people saying that we didn't read the bill, right? We should read it before we comment. But all of them intelligent cases and stuff will read it, and they still take a chapter or how you say clause 11. Hey, Dwight, you there?
Yeah, we're listening. Yeah, they
and
did.
they take a chapter 11 or clause 11 and they didn't read it. And us who don't cheer dumb, who talking, who they say we ain't read it. Tell them how wrong they was and now they take a chapter 11. See,
that's a very,
some of us
very good
right?
point.
Maybe you might say that's a stupid dumb set. He ain't being smart like you. We feel like they shouldn't have no special rights in this country.
Yeah.
We feel like they shouldn't have no special rights in this country, Dwight. And this bill, like the man say, it benefit those people who like breaking the law.
Benefit is a very strange word. It's a very strong and the strangest word you could use. It doesn't benefit them. It'll punish them.
Like if you get a sickness or you have a tumor.
No. I think something's going on with the phones, but it's not going to benefit them. It'll punish them. It'll hopefully deter.
You brought up this tumor thing. Now you're breaking it right.
Oh, is that what I thought he was saying? Oh, I thought he was saying that he can't hear me and that I'm sounding you. I get you. But that's a great point that you made there. Yes, even though many people didn't read it, they did make that change, and hopefully they will make some others so that there is less ambiguity. Okay, final call on this, folks. Running out of time. Good morning, you're on the air. Hi, are you there? Hi, good morning, you're live.
Yes, I called to comment on the subject that they're talking about this morning.
You're live on the air, yes. Go right ahead.
And the purpose, tell me if I am correct, the purpose of this bill that is just passed is to discourage illegal people from coming to the Bahamas. Am I right?
It'll hopefully do that. It is designed to crack down on the people who are involved in the process of smuggling those folks into the country and the operations. Apparently, there's some well-organized networks that are helping to facilitate people entering the country illegally.
Don't you think that the bill would have a lot more teeth and be more stringent if not the smuggler, if the people being smuggled will know that they will be charged. Also, if they pay smugglers to jump on their boat and come into the Bahamas, don't you think that would discourage them from coming to Bahamas if they knew that they would be charged along with the smugglers if they are caught?
That happens now. People are charged. People are fined. People are deported, repatriated. That is happening.
No, people are repatriated now. People are not fined.
Yes, they are.
Now.
People
And
are.
I understand
People are
what
fined.
is
If you're
being-
overstaying, you're fined. If you have a false document, you are charged and fined. Some people go to jail. It is happening. It is happening. All of that is happening. But these folks are saying, thanks for the call. They're saying that they're having a hard time when it comes to the smuggler, and that if you cut it off at that point, there'll be no way for these folks to get. Will reduce the ways for them to get into the country illegally. But those things are happening, and as we've seen, I think they caused this on themselves. They brought this on themselves. In the last few years, there's been less reporting on the number of people who are charged and are repatriated. You have not been hearing about these things much. And so people think nothing is happening. But that's wrong. If you notice, in the past few days, there have been a whole lot more reports. The Defense Force and others are sending reports about who's charged and how many people. We told you about 8 people yesterday from all over the place, Ecuador and many other places. So that definitely is happening. Don't get it twisted, apparently. Some messages as we go to the break. This person says here, why this bill now and not passing the Freedom of Information bill, which is more important? I don't know if it's more important, but it is very important, and you need to put pressure on your elected officials to
Freedom of Information
do
just
it.
needs to be
a thing. Yeah.
It's there. We have the bill.
Just get it going. This person says here, we don't need another. Pintard voted for. No, apparently they didn't vote for it. They did not vote for it. The opposition. No. Okay. Foreigners already taking advantage of the Bahamas. So imagine how worse it's going to get at PMH. What? Okay. Oh boy. What? After you, what do they think is going to happen? You're going to on the boat or wherever, injure yourself so that you can get treatment at the hospital?
They make it sound like this bill is saying, everybody come.
If you're dying, get on a boat and then... Okay, I'm not understanding that part. After years in office, why is this such a priority now? The timing is concerning, to say the least. Well, if they'd done it immediately, you would have said the same thing. If they'd done it in the middle, you'd have said the same thing. And towards the end... But I hear you. People are saying it feels rushed. And so that is concerning. This person says, lead the way in what? Lead the way in being the best example of a country gifted to black people who managed to, in a couple of decades, destroy what's going on here. Who steals uneducated... Wait, what is this racist rant?
What?
What the...
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. The black people who were gifted the country have managed to, in a couple of decades, destroy it, stealing uneducated, poor, uncultured citizens from an already failed country. You guys, man. Well, okay, Texter. Well, good Lord. Dwight, finally, you're on the side of Bahamians when you point out the problematic wording, avoidance of harm to health. And who sent that text about the normal language? They have a name here. Chester, you sure you can't say who that was? I think you should say it.
I'm going to say it?
I think you should say it.
What?
They didn't say it to you in secret.
No. Well,
Huh?
it's in my own phone.
So you know what to say?
Didn't send it to the chat
Didn't send
line.
it to Can you say? Anyway.
Whatever.
Somebody in a position to know. Anyway, we'll leave that there. Chester Robots, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. I'll see you next week.
Always a pleasure.
I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Everybody have a great day. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green. Next.
This holiday season, as we reflect on a year of opportunities and challenges, CFAL remains committed to strengthening the financial future of the Bahamas. For more than 25 years, we've partnered with individuals, businesses, and institutions to build secure pensions, resilient investment portfolios, and long-term financial confidence. This Christmas, we celebrate progress and continue our mission to help you plan wisely, invest strategically, and secure what matters most to you. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Transform your home for less at Kelly's House and Homes Holiday Paint Sale now through Wednesday, December 24th. Enjoy 25% off house and spray paints plus 20% off paint supplies, except on net items. Our wide selection of paint colors is the perfect way to bring holiday cheer to your home. You'll also find the best selection of brushes, rollers, pans, glue, ladders, paint thinner, and more. So catch the holiday spirit and paint up for Christmas at Kelly's House and Homes Holiday Paint Sale, going on now through December 24th.
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Schedule your test drive of the truck that's built for the Bahamas by visiting easy242.com or call 461-0100.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300, a comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.